Alright, so welcome back. This is my boy again, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another crazy video. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. And today is Monday, guys. Usually for me, my week starts from Monday. I know the English way, the week usually starts from Sunday, but for me, it starts from Monday. And I hope this week is fruitful, is enjoyable for all of us. Can I hear you say amen? So we have so much to discuss today. We're most definitely going to look into politics and some stuff that we're going to be addressing. Of course, Peter Obi, who is said to have stepped down and is allowing Atiku to, of course, be the Nigerian, possibly be the Nigerian next president. And also we're going to talk about ASUU, who just recently extended the strike. Then among other stuff we're going to be discussing in this video, guys. So most importantly, I think we're going to discuss about ASUU. ASUU has extended the strike, guys. Again, they just extended the strike. You know, we're already 6 months gone in that strike, and they tried as much as possible to interact with the federal government, but you know, they usually hold closed doors meeting. They usually hold closed door meetings, so we do not know exactly what they are discussing in that meeting. We do not know the proposal the federal government is trying to propose to ASUU. We do not know if the proposal is okay. We do not know why ASUU don't want to agree. We do not know what ASUU grievances is, apart from the one they have already stated. So we do not know the numbers the federal government is bringing to the table. Because I don't want to believe the federal government is not even making any effort to call numbers, because it's all about money. It's about money, and apparently 1 trillion naira. So I believe the federal government must have proposed some certain amount of money. And I don't know why they also don't want to agree. Maybe the money is too small. It's not enough. And again, they also said all those outstanding arrears of their staff not being paid for these 6 months, and the additional days that will follow again, the federal government must pay all their staffs. So I don't know, there's a lot of things. If this will actually move the Nigerian educational system forward, I wholeheartedly agree they should continue the strike, but I want them to be transparent in their negotiation. They should be transparent. But they keep holding closed doors meeting. Why are they holding closed door meeting? That means there's secret. There is secret they do not want the public to know. So they keep going into closed door meetings. And well, the federal government are not really happy about the ASUU extending the strike. I don't know when they're going to recall it. But let's watch though. And I'm very, very sorry to all the students who have been at home and who are still at home. I'm sorry, guys. There is nothing. If there is something that any of us can do, I believe Nigeria may have done it. And you know, federal government has already said that the parents of the student affected should sue. They once said the student should sue ASUU, and also they said the parents of the student that are affected to plead with ASUU. Well, among other stuff though, then check this out. Ondo State government banned teachers from enrolling their children in private school. Can you imagine? It said in a statement issued on Sunday, August 28th, the head of Press and Information Service of BC stated that the government is concerned about the situation despite its investment in elementary education throughout the state. The statement read, the government commend in strong terms the attitude of some teachers taking their biological children to private school and rule that it has become an offense for any public school teacher to take their work to private school. Ondo State government will not relent in its effort at upgrading school standard as well as its personnel. It's called on the educational secretary in the 18 local government areas in the state not to hesitate in reporting any teacher found wanting in their duty post for possible sanction. Honestly, this is the way forward. And we quite agree that this is what a lot of us Nigerians have been clamoring for, in the way that, okay, any government official, as long as you are seeking for a post in any federal government, Nigeria government seat, your children are not allowed to travel abroad to school. They should school in Nigeria, be it private or public, but mostly public. They should school in federal government institutions, not private and not abroad. I bet you will see the change. You will see how they will so much invest in Nigeria schools, because they are not affected, because they do not even, their children are not there. That is why you see them looting a lot of money that is meant to improve such institutions, keeping those money to send their children abroad to school. Well, this one is just for teachers. No matter the level, Nigerians misuse such opportunities. Even the teachers as well. So this is a welcome development for Ondo State. Teachers shouldn't, their kids shouldn't be allowed to enroll for private school. They should enroll in government school. So that, let us see, if you will treat your children the same way you will treat other people's children. If you will deprive your children from quality education, the same way you will deprive your children from quality education. So let it be so. I'm really, really happy this development is coming. Honestly, I'm really, really happy. It should be so. And I bet you now, if this particular law is enforced, I bet you public schools, you'll see how they will be functioning. Because sometimes they will send money to all those public schools to do something, they will pocket those money. They won't use to buy books, to buy, no, they just squander the money on unnecessary things and share the money into their pocket. No matter the little the position, they still misuse such positions. Well, guys, I think we should move forward. We're still going to come to Peter Obi, who allegedly has stepped down for Atiku. But before we go there, let's also check out this headline that Nigeria consumed. According to the headline findings, they say Nigeria consumed 591.11 billion naira beer in 3 months. 599.11 billion naira. I'm not talking about million naira. We are talking about billions. Billion naira in 3 months. How is that even possible? I do not know. Is it that with this economy, with whatever we are passing through, sorry, I made a mistake, not 3 months, it's 6 months. 6 months, the Nigerian consumed 599.11 billion worth of beer in 6 months. In this economy that we are crying, shouting, no job insecurity, everybody keep jackparing, and the students are still at home, ASUU on strike, roads are not good. In this economy, everyone is complaining about, and yet people still have time to go to beer parlor to consume a lot of beer. In this economy, no wonder clubs, interests are the things that are actually booming in this country. Club, party houses, and all the rest. They are really, really making a hell lot of money in this country. Just imagine 599.11 billion. But what about the gain? So let us say the gain times 2 of this money. That means we are consuming more than 1 trillion. 1 trillion in 6 months. Nigeria has and with all those is bad destroying beer in Kano State. Just imagine if they stop destroying beer, I think this amount will increase. I'm not sorry, I'm not saying consuming beer is bad though, no. But if you check it, the people who tends to wallow themselves away is, I think there are people who are extremely lonely, who are passing through difficulties. I don't think a happy man do drink though, but I think sad men drink the most. I think sad men drink the most. A happy man do drink, but I think sad people drink the most. Well, if you are the one patronizing beer parlor and all the rest, good for you. And myself, I do drink beer, but occasionally. I don't think I consume close to like 3 or 4 bottles of beer in a week. I don't think so. Sometimes I go for like 2 months not even drinking beer. So I take it really, really easy. Yeah. People will go to beer parlor and drink beer today. The next day again, they will still go. The day after, they will go. Every day, they must go and drink at least 1 bottle of beer. If they do not drink 1 bottle of beer, it's like Coke for them. It's like mineral and Coke for them. I know of a friend there. I know of a friend. We went out one day and he wasn't drinking beer. We were consuming like 3 bottles of beer already. And this guy only drinks month. You know what he did? This guy was also consuming month the way we were consuming beer. So we end up drinking, I think I drank like 6 bottles of beer that day. You know how many can of month this guy took? He took 10. Because he wasn't drinking beer now, so that month he didn't drink. So we cannot be drinking and looking at him. Then I keep asking myself, between a bottle of beer and a can of month, which one has more sugar? I've not been able to, I don't know. Maybe I will try the experiment one day to check the sugar level of a bottle of beer and a can of malt. So if you know, please leave your comment below, guys. And check this out. Prideful man refused to get a job to assist his student wife after they relocated to UK. So someone said, someone Tori the weak person. Married couple both resigned from their jobs in Nigeria, relocated to the UK. Wife as a student, husband as dependent. Man refused to work in UK. I can't do any hard job. Then wife's parents, both pensioner, paying couple's house rent bill steady from Nigeria. Can you imagine? They relocated to UK. Wife is a student. Husband is a dependent. And husband said, I cannot do any hard job. Because the wife, parents are the one paying for rent and paying for every of their stuff. Well, that guy hit a jackpot. Oh. Well, the girl should have opened her eye very well before getting married. Then now let's move over to Peter Obi stepping down for Atiku. You know, they were recently in UK, Peter Obi, Wiki, then Obasanjo, Atiku, and other prominent politicians were in UK, and they had a meeting, they had a gathering, and we do not really know how that ended. We do not know the purpose why they decided to gather in UK, but most definitely it's all about politics. But at first, according to Festus Keyamo, while reacting to an exclusive report that says Peter Obi agrees to deal to clear path for Atiku emergence. Festus Keyamo said, we told the obedient soldiers that their hero was taking them to nowhere, taking them for a ride of the century and for political 419. We laugh, we are ahead of them. So there's this report saying that, okay, they agreed that Peter Obi will clear path for Atiku to be the presidential candidate. Peter Obi is already in Labour Party. And people have already wholeheartedly accepted that Peter Obi is running for presidency. And Atiku is in PDP. And also people have already accepted that Atiku is the presidential candidate for PDP. Although he has issue with Wike, we do not know if they have settled that issue yet. And Obasanjo is said to be strongly behind Peter Obi, but Obasanjo said he's not strongly behind anyone, that his focus is on national interests. Well, Festus Keyamo, where is getting this report from, I do not know. As we speak, Peter Obi keeps moving from country to country to meet with Nigerians and let them know about why he wants to become the Nigerian next president. He was in UK, then traveled to another state, to another country. I think he traveled to Germany. Now, currently, he's in Canada. Although there have been some reports that he's moving around recruiting IPOP members. That report, one of those reports is coming from none other than Reno Omokri. Well, Reno said, the best day to have your so-called 2 million man march is any Monday that IPOP declared as sit at home. In doing so, you will communicate two things. Obedient and not afraid of IPOP. Obedient believe in one Nigeria. Until then, you fool no one. Oh yeah, insult me. That's coming from Reno Mockery. They still believe that they're trying to push that narrative that Peter Obi is an IPOP member candidate. They're trying to paint him that he's an IPOP member. And again, check this out. According to INEC, you are not allowed to campaign in church and in mosques. And anyone who is caught campaigning in church and in mosques might be disqualified. And it's against the rules. You know, Peter Obi is already going from church, being invited to speak. He's already speaking in most of all the churches, and you can see the crowd and all the rest, the laughter whenever he show up. But I don't think when the campaign actually starts, if Peter Obi will be allowed to go into any church or into any mosque to campaign. Also, Atiku won't be allowed to go into any church or any mosque to campaign. And also, Atiku as well. None of the presidential candidates will be allowed to go into any mosque or any church to campaign because they might feel like, okay, they are disaggregating the country. Well, that should be all for now. But I do not know why they decide. Well, if that's actually a welcome development, then that is all for now, guys. And to end this video, guess what? Court just dismissed federal government request to extradite DCP Abba Kyari to United States of America to face justice. I said Justice Ian Kua on Monday, August 29, held that the extradition request filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, on behalf of the federal government lacked merit and was liable to dismissal. ECWA also stated that the federal government has no basis to file the extradition request, having put Abba Kyari in a trial in Nigeria in relation to the allegation against him in America. He added that the extradition has prevented the surrender of the defendant, who is currently being tried by a local court of competent jurisdiction. The judge also asked why the AGF had requested extradition, since he has also given the National Drug Law Enforcement NDLEA a fate to bring charge against Kyari relating to drug trafficking. You know, all those things, they are just playing for 1 hour around it. You want the court to approve the extradition of Abba Kyari, and yet he has a case to answer. And again, you approve the NDLEA to charge him to court over a drug-related issue. He already has cases to answer in Nigeria. So until he answers such cases, before he can be extradited to the United States of America. So a layman will even know that it's impossible to extradite Abba Kyari. It's impossible because he already has many issues to answer here. But they dance around them. Well, thank you guys for watching, and also people will be sentenced by September 21st. And I think they are kind of like waiting for Abba Kyari. I don't know. the link between it, but I do not think Hushpuppi will even be sentenced coming September 21st. Well, guys, again, thank you very much for watching the boy Adamslink. Catch you next time. Don't go anywhere. Bye.